Hey, what's up? Welcome to Wax Nostalgic. I'm Dave, and this is my face. So, nice to meet you. Um, Today's episode, I wanted to do something a little different and kind of do some talking, and while we're talking, maybe open up some packs, or definitely open up some packs. That's why you're here if you're here. So, first off, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's watched, subscribed, left me comments, just talked about the cards that I'm opening. I really appreciate it. This has been a very fun and new and also slightly, intimidating venture for me. But I've really enjoyed it. It's really been kind of therapeutic to just put some stuff out there. And so getting back into the hobby, one of the things that's really exciting is how much new stuff there is. All these different sets and things like that. So much that I've missed out on since 1990, 91-ish. So I'm kind of having an issue of wanting everything. I want to get it all. I want to get everything cool that I didn't have from when I was a kid, and I want to get all the cool stuff that I'm finding now, especially as I watch other creators and see the stuff that they're showing and talking about. So it's a good problem to have, but so one of the things that I'm trying to do is kind of find my focus in the hobby. So I'm working on the 2024 Heritage set, and you know what? While I do this, let's open a pack. So picked up today. Today was Topps International Trading Card Day, so went to my local comic shop, shout out Gem City Collects, and picked up a few things and got this as well. So got a couple of individual cards, got a Shohei and something else. But you also get this little pack, and see we got Christian Yelich on the front here. So let's get into this. And so anyway, I'm working on the 24 Heritage, and for the most part I'm getting pretty close to completing it. So that's really exciting. Now it's just tracking down a bunch of the short prints and some of the inserts, and just a handful of the base set cards. So that's awesome. Alright, so we've got Christian Yelich, Dansby Swanson, Javi Baez, Carlos Correa, Mike Trout. Awesome. So those are fun to look at. And then I'm also really excited for the next series of Allen and Ginter. So I want to be able to actually start getting that and working on it when it comes out, because I didn't start getting into the Heritage until June, so I was a little bit behind the eight ball on that one. But I'm really looking forward to getting that. And so while I finish up this Heritage and anticipate the Allen and Ginter, I'm kind of in this between period. So I randomly get cool cards that I see, and I love opening these packs on the channel, and that's just been a lot of fun. And I think what I'll do as well is kind of work on over the winter, and while I wait to see what I'm going to collect next season, next year, which will probably be the Heritage. I think that's just kind of my wheelhouse. I think I'm going to work on a set of 1979 Topps. That's the year I was born, and that's not a set that I had too many cards of back in the day. So I'm really looking forward to putting together that. And I saw a video a while back, maybe a month ago, and I wish I remember whose channel it was on, but they talked about the concept of a beater set, and just putting together a set and not being terribly concerned about the condition of the cards. And I love that. I like cards with some wear on them. I like cards that are pretty beat up as well. I think that there's just something tactile about it, and I like to think about the story of those cards and how many hands they've passed through, and did some kid back in the day, or in this case what I'll work on is a 79, some kid in 79 have a rubber band around it, have it pinned up on the wall, taped in a book somewhere. And so I'm looking forward to doing that, to putting together a set where I'm not too finicky about the condition, and the cards are easy to find, and there's really only one like kind of big hitter out of the 79 really, that's the Ozzie Smith rookie, but I'm not going to be picky about that either. I'm going to get a card that I can afford and everything like that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And let's do another pack here. Let's get into 92 Leaf Series 2. So I know a lot of the people that watch my channel right now are family or friends who aren't necessarily into cards. But for those of you that are, do you, I imagine, you're probably similar in age to myself. Are you into set building? And if so, what do you work on? Do you work on anything current at all, or do you stick to putting together some of the vintage sets? So right off the top here, we got a Fred McGriff. Love Fred McGriff. Always happy to pull one of his cards. Got ourselves Lance Parrish, Tino Martinez, nice, Pat Borders, Black Jack McDowell, Doug Strange. Our little black border here is John Flaherty, Lenny Dykstra, nice one to get back in the day, Mark Mecklemore, Jack McDowell again, nice. 2-for-1 special on Jack McDowell. Tim Belcher, Mike Pagliarulo, Ruben Amaro, Mark Whitten, and Mike Henneman. So we'll put McGriff on top here and look at him for a bit. So I had a lot of fun. Last night I did a video with my nephews and let them open packs, and that was just a lot of fun to connect and share this thing that I'm rediscovering a love and a passion for with family, with my nephews, and seeing kids open this stuff up. So I thought that was really cool. So concerning like the junk wax era, I love it. So one of the things that I enjoy about it, in comparison to collecting modern cards, which I enjoy as well, is I know that a lot of the complaint is that they made millions of them, they were everywhere, and so there's really no scarcity, and so that lowers value. Well, honestly, like, I kind of like that. I think back to being a kid myself and being able to go to just about any store, the grocery store, drugstore, wherever, and what I was collecting was available. Whereas now, it's pretty difficult. It can be really hard, especially if you're collecting some of those newer prestige sets like the chromes and things like that. I like a lot of the things that they do in these newer sets. I enjoy I enjoy a lot of the variations and things like that. I can totally understand why people don't. But I think it adds, for me at least, adds some interest into a set when I'm building it. And that's what it's about. I can't, coming back into this now, I can't look at this stuff as a financial investment. That's what all the hubbub was about when I was collecting as a kid. You got to get this. This is worth tons of money. This is going to be your retirement, and it didn't work, and it busted. And then I transitioned out of cards and went into comic books, and I kind of had the same approach about comic books. I'm 11, 12, 13, and it's, this new comic, go buy 5 copies of number 1 because it's going to be worth something. And of course it wasn't. So in the past, when I have collected things, especially when I was younger, I feel that there was a large portion of that desire to collect was based on the wrong things, at least in my opinion. So I'm just looking to collect what I enjoy. I'm going to buy what I like. I'm going to get cards that appeal to me. Not be too concerned about condition or rarity or trying to turn around and flip it on eBay or something. Also, eBay, as a new collector or a returning collector, which that wasn't a thing when I collected, that's so awesome and so dangerous. The want list, the watch list on eBay grows and grows and grows. Alright, let's get into something else here. Let's get into a 90 score. See if we can get that bow, that awesome bow. So anyway, I know this is definitely going to be my longest video. So if you're still watching, I appreciate it. Got Todd Benzinger, remember him from a kid. Eddie Murray, awesome, we'll always take Eddie Murray. Mitch Webster, Chili Davis, Carlos Martinez, Dan Pasqua, Tyler Houston, first round pick, Scott Bales, Dave Gallagher, Doug Jones, Sid Bream, Orlando Rooms, Greg Maddox, nice. Dave Justice rookie, there we go, that's pretty cool. Delino DeShields, so I would have been as excited about this in 90, 91 as I would have been about anything else in this pack. And Mark Rosler. So I had some brief interactions with another channel that I was commenting on, and he had pulled a Delino DeShields, and so I was interested in wondering, like, was he big, when you were a kid, and he couldn't remember it being a big deal. And so I think that's interesting how, especially as kids, you have your group, you don't have access to the internet and all this, so there can be cards, players, things that take on a life of their own in that little micro culture. So I think that's really cool. So yeah, my approach going forward is just going to be getting things that I like, and a handful of cards here and there, like singles and things like that, working on my set, and I'm working on a Reds team set, like the team cards. I want to get one of those from every year. That Topps did those. I think they started doing those in '56. So I want to get one from every year and kind of display them. I think that'll be cool. And then work on like my personal collection. So the characters, the players I want to collect myself. Being an Ohio native, I live about an hour away from Cincinnati, give or take. The early '90s Reds were big. In '90 they won the World Series, so that's cool. So I'm really big on building up a Barry Larkin personal collection. An Eric Davis, he had a couple really good years, and then it kind of dropped off kind of quick. And I think there may have been some injury issues as well. But Eric Davis, David Ortiz, I just love David Ortiz. I think he's awesome. I mean, I'm not alone in that. Lots of people collect him, so work on those. And then, I don't know what else after that. I feel like that's going to give me a good start for a while. So anyway, let's open one more pack. I appreciate anybody who's sticking around. Probably just Mom. Hey, Mom. But anyway, we'll look at 23 Topps Archives. Again, these are things that I love. I love the vintage themed cards as well, so I'm a sucker for them. Really like the designs. So we got Trevor Story, Drew Waters, Fernando Tatis Jr., Giancarlo Stanton, nice card, Pablo Lopez, Mike Trout in the 89 Topps, nice. Another Javi Baez, big Javi Baez day, and Eloy Jimenez. So I'll have to go with for me, the Stanton tops of this pack. So anyway, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for listening to me ramble a bit. And I imagine if you stuck around this far, you probably already do subscribe. Thank you, my 39 subscribers. I appreciate it. But anyway, give a like, give a subscribe, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.